What's up, guys? So as you know, I'm Brendan Meyers, and each and every week I come out with different types of videos, whether it be motivation, exercises, tutorials, anything like that. I always provide you guys with some type of video to really get your blood pumping and to change up exercises and your programming and stuff like that. Well, now what I want to do is talk to you each and every week, answer questions from my inbox, talk about things that are happening in life, how I got over the hump and things like that. I want to talk to you guys each and every week so that you guys can get an idea of how I train, not only how I train, but where I learn the things that I do. So what I want to talk about today is the type of workouts and the types of training I do for myself, my workouts and my programming and stuff like that. So people understand, because I get a lot of questions and they always want to know, well, Brendan, what's your training? How do you train? What do you do? Do you only do calisthenics? Do you only do weight training? What is it? And how do you get the body that you have? Whatever. First of all, I want to say I do not work out for my body. I work out for other people. So I work out so I can produce videos, so I can inspire individuals to keep going and to never give up and, just pursue your goals. I just don't want individuals to think that I work out just for a six-pack or I just work out for big arms or whatever it may be. I work out for you guys and you're my motivation to keep going. So today what I want to talk about is my training program. A lot of people have questions on how do I work out, what is my program, how do I get to where I am now, and what do I have to do on that path. What I do is on Mondays, I always focus on lower body. So my lower body, might I add before I even begin with my program, I work out lower body in the gym 3 days a week. So I squat 3 days a week and I deadlift 2 to 3 days a week, and it's always heavy. I never go light, not too light. I always do speed work and plyometrics as well. And then I do calisthenics twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on the week. If it's a deload week, so a rest week from all my heavy lifting, or if it's a really heavy week in the gym, I'll do only 2 days of calisthenics. So I do upper body 3 days a week at the minimum. So I might even do it four days a week, depending on how vigorous my training is for that week. Monday, I'll squat very light, not too light, but enough so I'm getting enough explosiveness and power with my work. I will do, for instance, 4 sets of 3 at 340 or 350, 340 or 350 pounds. And then I will go straight into deadlifts. My deadlifts will be a little heavier because whenever I'm going lighter on squats, I want to go heavier on deadlifts. I want to focus on a compound lift each and every time. A compound lift is when you're using multiple joints, so you're using multiple muscle groups. It's very important to start off with those exercises for your workouts. But anyways, that's another video. I go into deadlifts and I'll do something heavy. So not too heavy, but I'll do 460 and I will do 3 sets of 2. So I'm just hitting doubles for that day. Once I'm done with that, I'll go into just one circuit, so one superset as many people call it. I'll go from a single leg press, and then right away I'll go into some type of plyometric explosive type movement. So I'll do broad jumps, right, as far as possible. I'll do like 3 reps, and then right away I'll go into some type of hamstring exercise, maybe RDLs or something like that. I'm really targeting all the muscles in my lower body. I don't really focus on my calves at all, so that's why people are like, oh, Brendan, you have chicken legs, but I really don't. I have pretty big quads and pretty big hamstrings and glutes. I just don't focus on my calves as much as I should. After that, I go straight into abs. My abs are just straight 10 minutes, non-stop, just no rest, just you gotta go, go, go. And that's how I train for my abs. Tuesday, I go into the weight room. It's only a weight room day, no calisthenics, depending on the day. If my bench press, so I bench on that day, if I bench over 300 pounds for that day for sets, then I will not do calisthenics. But if I'm doing anything below that weight, I will go to calisthenics afterwards. So I'll only do bench and then I'll do a lot of calisthenics movements depending on what I do in my backyard later that day. So that's my Tuesday. My Wednesday, I go back to squats. My squats are extremely heavy. This is my heaviest day, so I will be doing 425 for max reps. So I do 425 pounds as much as I can, as many times as possible. Okay, and then I'll do that for 1 set, and then I'll move into deadlifts again, and that'll be my light day. So I'm working on speed. I'm working on more hypertrophy work. So 12 reps approximately. I'm actually from 8 to 12 reps depending on the day. Then I'll do abs. So on my Wednesday, when I'm really going heavy, I'm increasing the volume. So volume is adding up all the weight for that day. So when I'm increasing the volume, it's a lot higher than my Mondays or my Fridays. That day, I won't do any accessory work because I've hit all the muscles I've needed to hit through the squats and then finally the deadlift. So then I go into my abs, and again, I go 10 minutes nonstop. I just kill them as fast as possible. Then on Thursday, I hit my upper body again, okay? This time I go upper body, I'm benching really heavy as much as possible, so I'm over 300 pounds, and then I'm doing accessory work within the gym. So I'm doing rows, I'm single arm rows, I'm doing weighted muscle ups, I'm doing tricep push downs, I'm not doing any bicep exercises. I'm not a fan of them because you work them with so many different movements and back exercises. So I'll do a bunch of circuit exercises. So I'll go from one thing to the other and then rest. So no time resting between that. And I work on more hypertrophy. So I'm trying to build the size in my muscles after my strength training at the beginning. So at the beginning, I keep my reps low, and then I move into my accessory work that's hypertrophy, higher reps. Friday is my squat day. Again, I squat 3 days a week. Lower body is, I think, the most important thing to train because you're always walking around, you're always utilizing your lower body. So why not build it up to be as strong and as powerful as possible? So my Fridays, they're a moderate day, right? Not too light, not too heavy. So I'm going around 370 and I'm hitting triples. I'm hitting three reps. I'm hitting them fast as possible, exploding up. Might even throw some pause squats in there. Then I'm going to my deadlifts. My deadlifts, this is my heaviest day. On Monday, it was a pretty heavy day. Wednesday was a light day. And then my Friday is my heaviest day on deadlifts. So I'll try and work up to 485, 495 for triples or even doubles, depending on the day. I keep on increasing my weight as well as I progress through my programs each and every week. Like I said, it only depends on that. So after my deadlifts, I usually do a lot of plyometrics. So I go through plyo box jumps, I do broad jumps, I do, there's so many split jumps, tuck jumps, vertical jumps. That's my Monday through Friday. Finally on my Saturday, I completely rest, I relax, and then my Sunday is my calisthenics day with my friends or whoever it may be, and it's just straight fun. I just have fun on the bar, I do tricks, I take pictures, I have fun, and I just, do what I do on these bars, and it's like a relaxing moment. I get to take all my stress from the week, push it out of my mind, and I just go on the bars and I just have fun. So that's my training program. I can say this is a very advanced program that I'm on right now. It is very fatiguing, so you need to eat right. You need to rest as much as possible. Get enough rest to understand that my body needs recovery. I take naps throughout the day if I need one. If I have an hour, I take a nap. I always structure my schedule for my program so that I can optimize my training as much as possible. That is my workout Monday through Sunday. I usually have one rest day. Sometimes I take Sunday off depending on how I feel from that week. But now that you guys understand that, I will be explaining different things like how to work for hypertrophy. So if you want to build muscle size, I'll talk about that. If you want to build strength, I'll talk about that. If you want to build muscular endurance, things of that nature, I'm going to be talking about so many different things. So I hope you guys enjoy each and every video I come out with, because I'll try and dissect specific things. For instance, next video I'm going to talk a little bit about my injury and how I overcame it and came back even stronger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, there's a new video every week for motivation exercises and tutorials, but I'll also be coming out with answering questions from my subscribers through my inbox, and I'll also be talking about ideas that just come to my mind and I just want to get off my chest with you guys to explain to you. And everything that I learn, I want to give out to all my viewers and all my subscribers. I want you guys to learn just as much as I am. Please stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, comment below with how you feel. I'm Brendan Meyers, and I'm out. 4,000, 5,000 calories to really bulk up and gain muscle mass. I personally started at 3,500 calories per day.